Okay.
Sorry, there was an internet problem. Now tell me, bending stress and torsion stress, can we add together? Please unmute and tell me yes or no. If yes, why? If no, why? Nancy, Sonali, Tejasri, Rohit, answer someone. Unmute and tell me. बेंडिंग स्ट्रेसची आणि टॉर्शन स्ट्रेसची बेरीज करता येऊ शकते का?
No, sir.
No, because bending stress is normal stress and torsion stress is shear stress. If we can't add, then what we do with in that case? When we have to take combined effect of normal stress and shear stress, कसा घेतो आपण? How do we do? How do we deal with that? चला अनम्यूट करा, सांगा. ज्या वेळेला नॉर्मल स्ट्रेस एंड shear स्ट्रेस कंबाइन में आते हैं, how do we do that? We take principal stress. Do you remember that? What was formula of principal stress? Converting from normal to shear, we convert into normal stress, which is called as a principal stress. That is sigma 1 comma 2 is equal to sigma x plus y by 2 plus minus under root sigma x minus y by 2 bracket square minus tau square. That was the formula. But in this chapter, both are normal stresses. That is, direct is also normal stress and bending stress is also a normal stress. And that's why we can take it in the combined form. It's an effect. And why these stresses are coming? These are coming due to eccentric load, on short column. So please write syllabus: eccentric load on short column, comma, kern of section, KERN, kern of a section, comma, eccentricity of load about both axes of section, eccentricity of load about both axes of section, chimney subjected to wind pressure, comma, simple problem zone, dams and simple problem zone, dams and retaining walls. Have you finished write up of syllabus? Shall we go ahead? Write down syllabus so that you will be clear what to study. So we'll start first with the concept of combined direct and bending stresses means what. So first, if we see a short column, this is a short column, okay, and whatever this dotted line, if you see, this is called as, it's a centroidal axis or neutral axis. It's called as it's a centroidal axis or neutral axis or CZ. If you see from the top, it will look like if it is a rectangular beam, rectangle. So if we apply the force P at this CG of both the axes, XX and YY, then there will not be any eccentricity. If we apply, please understand, like if we apply, let me show some annotations. If we take cross section of this short column, something like this, if this is the x axis And if this is y axis, this is elevation and this is plan. If we apply at this center CG of both the axes, x and y, then there will be only axial force, or there will be only direct stress generated, only direct stress generated, only direct stress generated. Is it clear? काय शंका आहे का? कधी होती डायरेक्ट स्ट्रेस किंवा ऍक्सियल स्ट्रेस? जे आपण शिकलो first semester, first chapter. So in that, what was the assumption? Load is applied about the CZ of both the axes, XX and YY. Any doubt about this? But the moment if we apply the load eccentrically, the moment we apply the load eccentrically, if you see in this diagram, what is done here? That P is applied with some eccentricity. Okay, so here first we are studying eccentricity about one axis only. We are varying the load, or we are applying the load on x axis, but not at the CG of y axis. So little bit eccentricity coming, that is eccentricity about y axis. Eccentricity about y axis is coming. Eccentricity about y axis. In that situation, it will not have only the direct stress. Direct stress will be there. What is that direct stress? We are calling it as a sigma naught direct stress. There will not be only the direct stress, but it will also have bending stress. It will also have the bending stress. Are you clear? What is the reason? What is the source of the bending stress? गौरी, काय कारण आहे बेंडिंग स्ट्रेस येण्याचं? What is the source of bending stress? कशामुळे येतो बेंडिंग स्ट्रेस? ज्ञानेश्वरी, प्रियांका, प्रथमेश, Sunil, Sushant, can you tell me the cause of the bending stress? कशामुळे येतो bending stress? Unmute and tell me.
Eccentric load apply झाल्यामुळे.
Eccentricity. So it is main cause is eccentricity. If you see here, we will start again slowly. If there is a P load with eccentricity E, it will first create the direct stress sigma naught, which is nothing but axial load and axial stress, load upon cross-sectional area, that is P by A. And you know unit of P is a Newton, area unit is meter square. So this stress will be, direct stress will be Newton per meter square. And how is its a distribution along the cross section? Please understand, it will have distribution as a uniform distribution. सगळीकडे same. What is meaning of uniform? Everywhere it will have same. Next, movement due to eccentric load. So if you know the formula for movement, what is formula for movement? Load into lever arm. In this case, lever arm is eccentricity. In this case, lever arm is eccentricity. That is, load into eccentricity is movement. Load into eccentricity is movement. And sigma B is equal to bending stress is my by I, or you can write sigma B is equal to m by z in the when y becomes y max. Okay, when y becomes y max. In this case, we are interested in y max only. That's why if you can remember, sigma is equal to m by z. And in this case, m will be P into E. If E becomes 0, what will be value of m? काय असेल value of m? When m is equal to P into E, If E is 0, what is value of M?
0.
Yes,
Zero.
0. So as M becomes 0, what will be value of sigma B? जर M 0, I आणि Y 0 होणार नाही. I and Y will be non-zero. But M can become 0. When M becomes 0, M कधी 0 बनतंय? Eccentricity 0 झाल्यावरती. आणि M 0 झालं तर sigma B is 0. And that is the reason we can say that the source of this bending stress is eccentricity. So can you notice here very interesting part, that is without adding any additional load, we are getting additional stresses. म्हणजे एक न्यूटन ही ज्यादा लोड न लावता आपल्याला ज्यादा स्ट्रेसेस येत आहेत. We are getting additional stresses. So what are these? If faulty construction is there, like we are supposed to keep the load coming from the beam at the CZ of the column, and if we don't place that load properly at the CZ, we are bound to get additional stresses. Or sometimes we don't have location or space to apply the load at the CZ. We have to apply the load other than CC location. In that case also additional stresses will come, and in the design of such footing or columns we will have to consider these additional stresses coming due to eccentricity. And what are those additional stresses? These are bending stresses. Then total stress will come as a sigma is equal to sigma naught plus minus sigma B, because it will be plus minus. Why it is coming plus minus? कोण सांगेल का plus minus येते? Do you remember bending stresses? Distribution of bending stresses were something like this. This is a neutral axis. Okay, let me draw with reference to this. Has a neutral axis असेल. इथं आता in this case, what will happen? Neutral axis is this. It is eccentricity is about YY. That's why is neutral axis is this. And that's where your distribution will be something like this. Okay, so this may be sigma T and this may be sigma C. And that's why one side, if it is positive, in this case, we are considering sigma T as a negative and sigma C as a positive. Sign convention लक्षात ठेवा. का आपण सिग्मा सी कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह घेतोय, कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह पॉझिटिव्ह घेतोय? फक्त या चॅप्टर मध्ये, ओनली इन धिस चॅप्टर वी आर कन्सिडरिंग compressive stresses as a positive and tensile as a negative. Why? Because in this case, direct stresses are always compressive. Because force is always downward. Why force is downward? It's a gravitational force. Okay, that's why compressive is a positive. But tensile we will take negative, that is opposite of compressive. Is it clear? So if negative sign comes, we will say that it is a tensile stress. Another reason, concrete is good. Concrete is good for what type of stresses? कसल्या स्ट्रेस साठी गुड असतात? For compressive stresses. It can take more compressive stress but very less tensile stress and not good for tensile. So while designing the foundation, we have to take care that there should not be any tensile stress coming on it. And if it comes, it is a kind of negative effect. And that's why we are considering tensile as a negative here. Let's go ahead. To summarize what I discussed, sigma, that is total stress because of eccentricity, will be direct and bending stress, combined direct and bending stress. So that will give us sigma naught plus minus sigma b. Sigma naught plus minus sigma b. You can note down this. You can draw this diagram and note down sigma is equal to sigma naught plus minus sigma b. And what is sigma naught? It is P by A. Sigma naught is P by A plus minus M by Z. And what is M? Chi M? P into E. So you'll have to remember this. Do you want 2 minutes to write? Write down. निकिता समजतंय का?
हो सर.
लिहून घेत आहे?
हो सर, लिहिते.
बर, ठीक आहे. झालं की सांगा.
सर डायग्राम मिडल मधली काढायची आहे ना?
हे तिन्ही काढायचं. हे इलिव्हेशन झाला, हा प्लॅन झाला आणि त्याच्यामुळे कसे स्ट्रेस येतात. सिग्मा मीन. आणि असा हा ट्रॅपेझॉइडल काय येतोय तर बेंडिंगचं कॉन्ट्रीब्युशन आल्यामुळे. जर बेंडिंगचं कॉन्ट्रीब्युशन आलं नसतं तर स्ट्रेस डिस्ट्रीब्युशन युनिफॉर्म आली असते, म्हणजे रेक्टँग्युलर आली असते. म्हणजे इट विल कम वन साइड मिनिमम and another side it will come as a maximum. It's bound. तुम्ही एखादी नोटबुक घेऊन बघा, जर सीजी ला लोड लावला तर सगळीकडे तुम्हाला सेम. माझा व्हिडिओ दिसतोय का तुम्हाला? सीजी ला लोड लावला तर सगळीकडे सेम लोड फील होईल. पण मी जर एका कोपऱ्याला लावला तर माझी नोटबुक टॉपल होताना दिसते. व्हॉट इज मीन बाय इट इज गेटिंग टॉपल्ड? One side it is coming compressive, another side it is coming tensile stress. It is going up. On the other hand, it is going down. But if I apply at CZ, all my fingers will feel compressive stress. If you consider this you do this experiment at yourself. So you take these 5 fingers, keep on this notebook and apply your load at the CZ. You will see that your notebook will be stable. It will not topple. But if you apply it at one of the corner of the notebook, it will get toppled, something like that, whichever corner you apply. And you will see another interesting part. If you take little bit away from the CZ, little bit I am saying, still you will feel compressive stresses. But if you take far away from CZ, you will have toppling effect. What is the reason? I will discuss about that. What is that little bit middle part where we are applying, even though with some eccentric load, my foundation is not feeling the tensile stresses. But if I go more away from the CZ, then I will feel the tensile stresses. झालं का लिहून? Shall we go ahead? Next slide. Please keep giving feedback. Okay. So after that, don't draw this diagram. Whatever new is there, you can write. There is one is sigma max and another is sigma min. So out of this plus minus means you will get 2 stresses. One is minimum stress, another is maximum stress. What is sigma max? Direct stress plus bending stress. Direct stress plus bending stress. That is sigma naught plus sigma b. And what is sigma minimum? Direct stress minus bending stress. Don't write ulta, that is bending stress minus direct stress. It is always direct stress minus bending stress, and maximum is direct stress plus bending stress. Is it clear? सिग्मा मॅक्स इथं दिसतंय. परत रिपीट करायची गरज नाही, एकदाच कंटिन्यू रायटिंग. आपल्याला बघायला सोपं जावं म्हणून आय एम रिपीटिंग सम ऑफ द पार्ट. सो वॉट एव्हर न्यू पार्ट इज देअर, ओनली दॅट मच यू राईट. Sigma minimum is equal to direct stress minus bending stress. Have you finished this? Okay. We'll go to the second point, that is eccentric load on short columns. What is mean by eccentric load? Write down pointer, next pointer. Eccentric load on short columns. Okay. Just now we have seen sigma naught and sigma b. We have also seen two formulas. I will repeat here for your reference. Sigma minimum is equal to sigma naught minus sigma b, and sigma max is sigma naught plus sigma b. So how that stress distribution diagram will look like? So that has been drawn for various conditions. So there are three conditions. One is sigma is less than, sorry, sigma naught is sigma b, not sigma naught is greater than sigma b, means direct stress is greater than bending stress. पहिली कंडिशन काय? जी ऍक्सियल स्ट्रेस येणार आहे ती बेंडिंग स्ट्रेस पेक्षा मोठी असणार आहे. सेकंड, सिग्मा नॉट इज लेस दॅन सिग्मा बी, मीन्स ऍक्सियल स्ट्रेस इज लेस दॅन बेंडिंग स्ट्रेस. अँड थर्ड, दॅट इज सिग्मा नॉट इज इक्वल टू सिग्मा बी. Sigma naught is equal to sigma b. Okay, three cases we will see one by one. When sigma naught is greater than sigma b, म्हणजे direct stress is greater than bending stress. So what will happen? You come to this formula. Sigma naught is greater than sigma b. That means sigma minimum is coming positive. म्हणजे it is coming positive. There is a some value here. Okay, so sigma naught is, let's say 100, sigma b is, let's say 50. 100 minus 50, it will come as a 50. So sigma minimum is positive. What is mean by sigma minimum is positive? कसली स्ट्रेस आहे? कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह आहे की टेन्साइल आहे? If sigma minimum is positive, compressive. So sigma minimum is coming compressive. This is coming non-zero and compressive. What is our observation? Non-zero and compressive. Okay, so if you see this dotted stress, that is uniform, and in that overlapping is bending, and that's why it is coming linear variation. Okay, so total stress is coming whatever I am doing the hatched part. So something like this stress distribution is like this. Are you clear? Okay, and sigma max, now I have shown you the formula. Sigma minimum is equal to, let us say sigma naught is 100, sigma b is 50, so it total is coming, effective is coming sigma minimum 50 Newton per mm square, whereas this side it will come as a sigma max will be 100 plus 50 is equal to 150 Newton per mm square. And what is the sign of this sigma max in this case? Negative or positive?
Positive.
Positive. What is meaning of that? Sigma max in this case is non-zero and
Compressive.
and compressive. Positive means compressive. Means both the stresses are compressive. Both the stresses are compressive. Okay, so we are not much worried about sigma max. Most of the times we are worried about sigma minimum. Sigma minimum, what care we have to take? that we will see in the next. हे झालं का लिहून? I will give you 1 or 2 minutes. Draw this diagram. Draw the right condition also. Shall we go to next slide? Okay, next condition is sigma naught is less than sigma b. Sigma naught is less than sigma b. What is happening in that? Direct stress is less than bending stress. Direct stress is less than bending stress. So in that case, can you observe what is sigma minimum and what is sigma maximum? कोण सांगेल ऑब्झर्वेशन? सिग्मा नॉट इज लेस दॅन सिग्मा बी असेल तर काय होईल साइन? सिग्मा मिनिममचं साइन काय असेल? निगेटिव्ह की पॉझिटिव्ह? निगेटिव्ह. This is coming negative. You can see here negative, and this part is negative. That is, it is creating tensile, whereas sigma maximum is compressive. So you can say tensile. Tensile stress is generated, which is not permitted in our design because concrete is not good, and that's why this condition we should avoid. So maximum permissible sigma minimum which we can bring is, like, we have to ensure sigma minimum may be 0, but it should not become positive. Sorry, it should not become negative. Negative is tensile. And this side, what is happening? Sigma naught is greater than sigma b, doesn't matter. So it will become addition, and this will have positive value only. This will have positive value. Is it clear? I hope you have done this drawing. Draw quickly. Shall we go to next? This is important condition. What is this condition? I forgot to write here, but you might have guessed. What is happening here? What is the third condition?
Sigma
can
0
write
is equal to
sigma naught is equal to
Sigma
sigma b. Sigma naught is equal to sigma b. In that case, sigma minimum is becoming 0. Sigma minimum is becoming 0. And sigma max is obviously positive, that is compressive. Positive, that is compressive. Is it clear? So maximum, at max, we can allow sigma minimum to become 0. At max, we can allow sigma minimum to become 0. Sigma minimum to become 0. Is it clear? Draw this diagram. बघा स्लाइड्स असल्यामुळे सिलेबस खूप फास्ट होतोय. So please don't miss any lecture. Still 10-15 students have missed lecture. काय कळत नसलं तर विचारा. मानसीजी, शरद धोत्रेजी, प्रशांत मदकाने, राज परचंडे, सुमित काटकर, स्वराज, सुयश सलगर. हाय हॅलो तर करा. आर यू देअर इन लेक्चर? श्रद्धा गोरे, संचित जोशी, कधी माझी भेट झालेली नाही. येतोय का आवाज? Okay, we'll go to next point. So we have seen the 3 conditions. Can we recall what we studied? 3 conditions of relation between direct stress and bending stress. Little bit I'll talk in Marathi and maybe required for Mansi's in Hindi. So 3 condition आपण बघितल्या डायरेक्ट स्ट्रेस आणि बेंडिंग स्ट्रेसच्या रिलेशनच्या. पहिली कंडिशन आपण बघितली ज्याच्यामध्ये आपण पाहिलं की सिग्मा नॉट इज ग्रेटर दॅन सिग्मा बी. म्हणजे काय? डायरेक्ट स्ट्रेस ही बेंडिंग स्ट्रेस पेक्षा जास्त आहे. ती कंडिशन पण आपल्याला चालते फाउंडेशन डिझाईनला. का? तर सिग्मा मिनिमम हा हिची अजून चांगली. म्हणजे सिग्मा नॉट इज ग्रेटर दॅन सिग्मा बी. म्हणजे काय असलं पाहिजे? तुम्ही बघा हळूहळू जशी इसेंट्रिसिटी कमी, पी हा बदलतोय का? पी इज सेम. जशी इसेंट्रिसिटी कमी होत जाते तशी सिग्मा बी ची व्हॅल्यू कमी होत जाते. सिग्मा नॉट व्हॅल्यू तीच राहते. आणि हळूहळू करत इसेंट्रिसिटी 0 झाली. when eccentricity becomes 0, sigma b becomes 0. As eccentricity start increasing, sigma b value start increasing. sigma 0 ची व्हॅल्यू बदलतीये का? have you noticed? sigma b ची व्हॅल्यू sigma naught ची व्हॅल्यू बदलतीये का? काय sigma naught ची व्हॅल्यू? Do you remember formula? Sigma naught formula?
Load by area.
P divided by area, P by A. And what is sigma B value? P into E by Z. P into E by Z. P is constant, Z is constant. What is varying because of our faulty work? Eccentricity. म्हणजे sigma B is totally depend when P and Z is constant. Because when structure is there, section modulus is there. And when load is there, P will be same in case of sigma naught and sigma b. What is changing is E. म्हणजे सिग्मा बी ची व्हॅल्यू कशावर डिपेंडंट आहे? जास्त असणं कमी असणं? कॅन यू टेल मी? इट इज ऑन डिपेंडिंग ऑन दी इसेंट्रिसिटी. प्लीज कीप टॉकिंग. जर तुम्ही बोलला तर तुमच्या मेंदूतून क्रॉस होऊन येणार आहे. न बोलल्याला बक्षीस नाही. बऱ्याच जणांचं कन्सेप्ट दिसतं कसा मी बोललोच नाही सर, मी 4दा नाव घेऊन माझं. संचित जोशी आहात का तुम्ही? प्राजक्ता लिमकर, श्रद्धा गोरे, शारदा इंगळे, अरबाज मुलानी. Next, sigma naught is less than sigma b. So sigma naught has not changed. Eccentricity started becoming low, and in that case, eccentricity started increasing, and that's why sigma b value increased, and that's why sigma minimum became tensile and we are allowing maximum eccentricity. ह्याच्यावरून आपल्याला maximum eccentricity मिळते. From this condition we get maximum eccentricity. What does it say? That eccentricity is allowed up to the sigma minimum becoming 0, from positive to 0, but not allowed to make it as a negative. Not allowed to make it as a negative. We'll take some examples. We'll understand how it works. So only one example is there by varying the eccentricity values. By varying the eccentricity values. Okay. A rectangular column of width you can write down. A rectangular column. हे सगळं आपण बन्सल मधून घेतलेलं आहे. I'll share book quickly. So if some of the points which if you don't understand, you can study from that book. There is a chapter called as a direct and bending stresses. Okay, have you noted the example? A rectangular column of width 200 mm and thickness 150 mm carries load of 240 kilonewton at an eccentricity of 10 mm as shown in figure. Determine maximum and minimum stresses on the section. So what we will do first, we will calculate sigma naught and we'll calculate sigma B and apply minimum stress and maximum stress formula. Okay. So what is sigma naught? Kai formula? P by A, right? P is how much? 240 kilonewton. That is 240 into 10 raised to 3 divided by cross-sectional area is how much? 200 into 150. 200 into 150. What is the value? किती येते?
Eight.
How much?
8.
Okay. 8 Newton per, should keep telling, Newton per mm square. Okay, let's calculate sigma B. What is the formula for sigma B? P into E, that is m is how much? P into E divided by Z. So let us calculate Z. Z, do you remember? What is the formula for Z? I by Y max. I by Y max. And I for rectangular section, BD cube by 12. And Y max is D by 2. That will become 2 by D. And this will become BD square by 6. Please remember, next time I will not derive. And therefore, how much it will come? B is how much? कुठला घ्यायचा B? Be careful. कुठला घ्यायचा B आणि कुठला घ्यायचा D? CG कुठला आहे बघा? CG हा आहे. कशा बरोबर इसेंट्रिसिटी आहे? Vertical axis बरोबर. YY बरोबर. That's why your depth will become 200. Depth will become 200. And B will become 150. समजतंय का बघा? Divided by 6. Are you clear why we are taking 200? Because eccentricity is about YY. आणि म्हणून डेप्थ ही ज्या ऍक्सिस बरोबर मुवमेंट काढतोय त्याच्याला परपेंडिक्युलर असते. सो डेप्थ इज परपेंडिक्युलर टू ऍक्सिस अबाउट विच वी आर टेकिंग मुवमेंट. सो व्हॉट इज द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ झेड? 150 into 200 into 200 divided by 6. That comes 10 raised to 6. बरोबर आहे का?
Yes, sir.
10 raised to 6. So let's put value here. P is how much? 240 into 10 raised to 3. That is kilonewton to Newton. Eccentricity is how much? 10 divided by 10 raised to 6. So 240 into 1000 into
2.4.
it comes as a 2.4 Newton per mm square. Now what is sigma max formula? Kai sigma max formula? And what is sigma minimum? Do you
Sigma max.
remember?
Sigma naught.
Sigma
plus
max is sigma naught plus
Sigma.
sigma b. And what is sigma minimum? Sigma naught minus sigma b. What is sigma naught? 8 plus 2.4 is equal to 10.4 Newton per mm square. छोटे छोटे प्रॉब्लेमला तुम्ही जास्त लक्ष दिलं पाहिजे, कारण जर MCQ टाइप पेपर असेल तर असे छोटे प्रॉब्लेम पडू शकतात. What is sigma minimum then? 8 minus 2.4 is equal to
5.6.
5.6. What is the sign for both these stresses? Positive or negative? Positive.
Positive.
Right? Means what kind of stresses are these? Both are compressive. Both are compressive. Please learn to write that. Write down. Once you finish, you let me know. लिहून काढा, टाइमपास करू नका. या पूर्ण प्रोसेसमध्ये लॉकडाऊन संपल्यानंतर, कोरोना संपल्यानंतर, whatever we have done during this phase will be very important. If we continue working hard, you will remain ahead of everyone. मागचा मार्च एप्रिलचा जो लॉकडाऊन आहे तो सोडला तर आय एम कंटिन्युअसली देअर इन ऑफिस. म्हणजे ऑलमोस्ट 1 जून पासून ते आज उद्या 1 जून येत आहे, त्या वर्षभरात एकदाही लॉकडाऊन वगैरे मध्ये म्हणून घरी राहिलेलो नाही. आय एम कंटिन्युअसली वर्किंग अँड आय एम देअर इन ऑफिस. So you also keep that habit wherever you are there. You be safe, but work hard on improving your skills. झालं का लिहून? Tell me once you finish. Shall we go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please note this Z value because we are keeping same problem. Only what are we doing is eccentricity we are changing. Z is 10 raised to 6, right? So I'm taking the next problem. So read what is that. If in that problem minimum stress, clear this. Same problem is there. So slight change is there. If the minimum stress on the section is given as a 0, then find the eccentricity of a point load 240 kilonewton acting on a rectangular column. Also calculate corresponding maximum stress. So what is sigma minimum? किती होती sigma minimum? No. Formula is sigma minimum.
Naught minus sigma b.
Sigma naught minus sigma b is equal to 0. So that is the condition given. So what do they say? Like this. So can we bring this sigma b this side? So what will happen? Sigma naught is equal to sigma b. Very interesting. Now can we substitute what is sigma naught? What is sigma naught?
P by A.
P by A. Very good. And what is sigma b?
P into A.
P into E divided by Z. Now Is it possible to cancel PP? बघा इथं आपण एक derivation we are doing. We are repeating that, but still PP can be cancelled. So what you get, E is equal to, E we have to calculate. E is equal to what you will get? Z by A. काय येतोय? Z इकडे जातोय, Z by A. What is Z? 10 raised to 6 divided by A. How much is A? 150 into 200. So how much it comes?
33.33.
How much?
33.33.
33.33 means if I take 33 mm, 0.33 mm, 33.33 mm, 33.33, 33.33, something like this, if I do. So in this region, if I apply the load wherever with eccentric manner, it will not create tensile. It will have on this border, there will be zero sigma minimum. But the moment I apply somewhere here, other places load, you will have tensile stress generated this side, tensile stress generated this side. Is it clear? And this is what we will be calling in future kern of the section. This diagram, whatever I have shown, this is will be calling as a kern of the section. Okay, now we got this eccentricity. For that they have asked another question, that is maximum stress. What is sigma max? Sigma max is equal to sigma naught plus sigma b is equal to P by A plus P into E divided by Z. P is how much? 240 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 150 into 200 plus 240 into 10 raised to 3 into 33.33 divided by 10 raised to 6. How much answer? Are you getting sigma max as a 16? Check. Around 16. From book I got 16 answer. I will give you 2 minutes, write down. Right, that is around 16. So we got 15.992 Newton per mm square. Correct. So we got same answer as the book. This also we got same. लिहून झालं का सगळ्यांचं?
सर नाही एक minute थांबा please.
ठीक आहे, टेक युअर ओन टाइम. Okay, I assume you have finished. Shall I clear the board? झालं का लिहून?
Yes, sir.
हो सर.
Clear? Okay, I will give you another half minute. Okay, I'm clearing. Will take same example. Now eccentricity is given 50 mm instead of 10 mm. Now have you seen what was the eccentricity we got for the sigma minimum? In the previous example we have seen किती आलती sigma minimum L 0 असताना eccentricity 33.33. Now it is given as a more than 50 mm. So what do you think? Sigma minimum will be positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. It will come as a negative. What is mean by sigma minimum negative? Is it compressive or tensile?
Tensile.
Tensile. It will be tensile. Is it good for foundation or not good for foundation?
Not good.
It is not good for foundation. Okay, good. Okay, then quickly we'll do the calculation for this case. We already know sigma naught. How much is sigma naught? Sigma naught is equal to P by A, that is 240 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 150 into 200. How much is that? How much? 88, correct. And then sigma B is equal to, now new one, P into E divided by Z. P is how much? 240 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 10 raised to 6 into 50. So you will note what will be the value. So how much? 240 into 1000 into 50 divided by, how much is 12?
12.
Can you see the relation between sigma naught and sigma B? Sigma naught is less than sigma B in this case. What is happening? Sigma naught is less than sigma B. Sigma naught is less than sigma B, and that's why you can note here sigma minimum is equal to sigma naught minus sigma B is equal to 8 minus 12 is equal to minus 4 Newton per mm square, that is tensile. It is coming as a tensile. You can note here the distribution I have already plotted. Sigma max is equal to sigma naught plus sigma B is equal to 8 plus 12, 20 Newton per mm square compressive. Can you notice here compressive stress is also increased, and other side it has created tensile. So you have to design stronger foundation to take additional compressive stress plus tensile stress also we'll have to take care. That is the disadvantage of eccentricity. That is the disadvantage of eccentricity. Is it clear? Write down. Once you finish, let me know. Have you finished? झालं का लिहून सगळ्यांचं?
येस सर झालं.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
So, okay, we'll wait another 1 minute. Finish fast. Okay, so maybe you can try one or two problem solving and then we will go to next point. One practice problem. Try this, I'll give you 1 minute. A hollow rectangular column with external depth of 1 meter and external width of 0.8 meter is thick 10 centimeter thick. A hollow rectangular column, external depth 1 meter and external width 0.8 meter with 10 centimeter thick. Calculate maximum and minimum stress in the section if vertical load is 200 kilonewton is acting with eccentricity of 15 centimeter as shown in figure. So quickly we'll draw the diagram. It's 1 meter in depth. So this is 1 meter and 0.8 meter in width and 10 centimeter thick. This is the external, so we have to go as a 10 centimeter, that is 0.1 inside. So we'll have to go 0.1 inside. So something like this. So internal will be 0.9 this side and 0.7 this side. And there will be CG something like this, CG something. And it is eccentricity about one of the axis, that is, we will take like the way we have done already. 15 centimeter eccentric, that is 0.15. 0.15 meter. Load is applied, that is 200 kilometer. We have to find out sigma minimum and sigma maximum. So we can find out sigma naught first, that is P by A. P by A. P is given as a 200 kilonewton, that is into 1000, divided by area of the rectangle will be how much? We will do it in Newton per meter square. That is 1 into 1 minus how much? Sorry, I'm oh. One this will be 1 into 0.8, right, minus 0.9 into चुकतंय का आपलं 0.9 येईल की दोन्ही बाजूने 0.1 subtract होईल. So it will not be 0.9, it will be 0.8, right? And this side, both side, from 0.8 it will go 0.1. So how much it will be? 0.6, right? बरोबर आहे का? This will be 0.6 meter. Total is 80 centimeter, but thickness is 10 centimeter, 10 centimeter. 80 minus 20 is 60. And depth is 100 centimeter. And from that, top side thickness 10 centimeter, bottom side 10 centimeter. So it will come as a 80 centimeter. So 1 into 0.8 minus 0.8 into 0.6. So how much it comes? Point 0.8 minus 0.48, 0.32, I guess. बरोबर आहे का 0.32? So 0.32 meter square. Meter square to mm square, it will come as a 10 raised to 6. And 2 into 10 raised to 5, right? That is 0.2 divided by 0.32. 0.625. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
कोणाचं?
Yes, sir.
Newton per mm square. 0.625 Newton per mm square. Okay. It's very simple, only we have to do carefully. So before we go to sigma is equal to sigma b is equal to p into e divided by z, we will calculate z. For this, it will become bd square, sorry, bd cube by 12 minus small bd cube by 12 into 2 by d. Okay, into 2 by d. So it will come as a first bd cube is, b is how much? 1, d is 0.8 cube. Okay, we'll take this 12 common, so it will become 1 by 6d minus d. I'm taking wrong. We are taking CG about this. So D is 0.8, correct. D is taken as a 0.8. And this one, B minus, B is how much now? 0.8 into depth will be 0.6, 0.6 cube. And this D will be 0.8. Okay. So do that calculation. 0.8 into 0.8 into 0.8, 512, 0.512, 0.512, 0.6 into 0.6 into 0.6 into 0.8 minus 0.3392 divided by 6. 706 into 10 raised to 3, 3 is 9. Okay. 10 raised to 3 will come. Yete kahe answer? Have you checked this? Is anything wrong? You can check. So P is how much here? 200 into 10 raised to 3. Eccentricity is how much it is given? 0.15 centimeter. That is 0.15 meter. That is 150 mm. Right. Divided by 10 is there. 0.0706 into 10 raised to 9. आले का उत्तर एवढं कोणाचं?
Sir, 10 raised to 9 is काय?
mm मीटर क्यूब येतो. Z is unit of Z is meter cube. And this is in meter cube to mm cube. What will happen? 10 raised to 3 raised to 3. 3 3s are 9. Is it clear? हे बरोबर आलं का? 0.0706.
हो सर, ते आलंय.
समजलं का हे 10 raised to 9? For converting meter cube to mm cube. समजलं? मीटर टू mm काय होत आहे? 10 raised to 3 होत आहे. आणि mm मीटर क्यूबला पुन्हा 3 त्रिक 9. So it will become 10 raised to 9. Clear? So
0.424
कितना आएगा? 0.424 न्यूटन पर mm square. Okay, now sigma minimum is sigma naught minus sigma b. It will come as a 0.625 minus 0.424, and sigma max is sigma naught plus sigma b, 0.625 plus please mute. You put practice. Once you finish your talking, you should mute. So 0.424 किती येत आहे 0.625 minus 0.424 0.201 Newton per mm square and 0.625 plus 0.424 comes 1.049. Is it clear? काय शंका आहे का कोणाला? थोड़ा hollow section, it becomes difficult to understand. Have you finished writing? क्लोज करू का? नेक्स्ट पॉइंटला जाऊ. झालं का लिहून? Okay, no response. I will clear. Okay, these are the practice examples. So see if we can solve few. First example you can try so that you will get confidence. A rectangular column of width 150 mm and thickness 100 mm carries a point load of 120 at eccentricity of 10 mm. Determine maximum and minimum. So consider width and thickness as a depth, eccentricity as a 10 mm. See what you get the answer. Here thickness you consider as a depth. B is a 120, D is a 100 mm, E is a 10 mm. See you get answer. I will give you 5 minutes and then we'll cover last point. Solve this problem quickly. आलं का उत्तर? Anyone got the answer? 15 and 5 is given answer here.
16 and 4 येते सर.
येस सर 16
किती येते?
16
ठीक आहे.
and 4.
ठीक आहे. So we'll go ahead. We'll take the next point, that is kern of the section. So you might have noticed with this speed we will finish this chapter in this week only. So tomorrow we have, and maybe if 26 there is a holiday, I don't know. If it is not there, we'll have one more lecture. So we'll study the next point, write down kern of the section. So this is very important from MCQ point of view. So you can focus on that, kern of the section. So what is mean by kern of the section? I had shown you the diagram. So before I go in formal definition and write up, so you have to understand this is the region where if I apply load, even though eccentrically, sigma minimum will not come as a negative. मागच्या प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये आपण पाहिलं होतं की सिग्मा मिनिमम निगेटिव्ह येणं किंवा पॉझिटिव्ह येणं, इट इज नॉट डिपेंडंट ऑन द फोर्स. Even though you apply 1 kilonewton, tensile stress could come as a negative if eccentricity is more. So within that region, if we apply the load, tensile stress will not come, even though you apply 100 kilonewton or 1 kilonewton. And that region is called as a core or kernel of the section. Okay, so what is the definition? We'll see, and we'll see how it comes. If the line of action of the stress is on neither of the center line of the section, the bending is unsymmetrical. If we are not applying on the CG of the section, if we are not applying the load CG of the section, stress will not be uniform, but it will become unsymmetrical. However, there is a certain area within which the line of action of the force P must cut the cross section if the stress is not to become tensile. So what will happen if within a certain region, if we apply the point load, it's a line of action, then that region is called as a core or kernel of the section. Core or kernel of the section. So in that region, what will happen? Sigma minimum will be greater than or equal to 0. Greater than or equal to 0. Minimum stress should not be tensile stress. Minimum stress should not be tensile stress. In that case, sigma min is equal to sigma naught minus sigma b should be greater than or equal to 0. Write down, and then we'll go to next slide. Kern of the section or core or kernel is the region where if we apply the force P, then it will not generate tensile stress in any part of the section. This is the small definition you can write down. If you want, I will repeat again. if we apply the force P in any part of the core or kernel, it will not generate tensile stress in any of the part of the section.
परत एकदा.
Acha, I'll write down. Every time I'm repeating, making some other definition. So I'll write down. Kern of the section is the region where if we apply the load, it will not generate tensile stress anywhere in the section. Is it clear? Shall we go? And then write down minimum stress should not be tensile. That is sigma minimum is equal to sigma naught minus sigma B should be greater than or equal to 0. समझला का? We'll go ahead. What is mean by this? What is the impact of this? For bending stress, for that bending stress should be less than direct stress. To maintain that as a positive, sigma minimum to positive, we have to always keep bending stress less than direct stress. Bending stress less than direct stress. Therefore, sigma B is less than sigma naught. That is, bending stress is less than direct stress. What is meant by sigma B? M by Z should be less than P by A. M by Z should be less than P by A. That is, what is meant by M? P into E divided by Z should be less than P by A. And then you can see the P is same both side. So you can maybe cancel EP, cancel, and send this Z to the other side. So you get the eccentricity to form the kern of the section. So that is eccentricity should be less than Z by A. कशासाठी eccentricity? E should be less than Z for what? For no tensile stress. Pratik ji, mute yourself. E should be less than Z by A. म्हणजे जर टेन्साईल स्ट्रेस U द्यायचे नसतील तर तुमची इसेंट्रिसिटी Z बाय A पेक्षा लेस असले पाहिजे. म्हणजे टेन्साईल स्ट्रेस येणं आणि फोर्स किती अप्लाय केलाय याचा संबंध नाही. कॅन यू नोटिस हियर? E should be such that it should be less than section modulus divided by cross section area. And if we apply the any force, may it be 1 kilonewton or 100 kilonewton within that region, it will not generate tensile stress anywhere. Have you written? झालं का लिहून? Maybe quickly we'll repeat this same tomorrow, but to understand what we have seen just now, definition, write down kern of rectangular section. कसा काढायचा? So if there is a rectangular section with B as a width and D as a depth, E should be kept as less than Z by A. What is Z? I by Y max. I is BD cube by 12. Y max is 2 by D. So Z comes as a BD square by 6. So you, to be very specific, you can call this Z as a Z XX. That is about x-axis, z-axis, and this will become ix. And then you can have ex, eccentricity about x-axis. So it will come as a BD square by 6, that is Z is BD square by 6, and divided by area BD, it will come as a D by 6. So you can see that the eccentricity allowed from this side is this side D by 6 and this side D by 6. Is it clear? That is total D by 3. D by 6 plus D by 6, it will come as a D by 3. So you can see eccentricity this side D by 6, downside D by 6. Similarly, you can have this as a EY. EY is equal to ZYY divided by A. So that is eccentricity about y-axis. It will come as a Z about y-axis, that will become B square by D divided by 6 into 1 by BD is equal to B by 6. That is, from this side it will be B by 6. From this side it will be B by 6. B by 6 plus B by 6, it will come as a B by 3. And then if we take this connection, it will become kind of rhombus shape. You should remember the rhombus shape of the 1/3 section, D by 3 and B by 3 section. So that could be your MCQ. Have you understood? काय अडचण आहे का? वाचा, लिहून काढा एवढा पार्ट. And you put your roll number and name in chat. We'll close the lecture after your write-up. You can put in the chat your roll number and name, and you can leave the room. Thank you. Tomorrow also we'll meet sharp 10 a.m. Have a nice day.
Sir, chat is disabled.
sir.
Huh? Chat
Chat
disabled?
Disable आहे sir.
Okay, 1 minute. Now you can do. Thank you. You can put your name and roll number and you can leave. If you are not, your roll number is not there, automatic attendance will not be there. Attendance will be useful for your ICA mark. This time we have 25 marks ICA. The MCQ test plus attendance will give you credit for the 25 marks. So please don't miss the lectures. Once you finish write up and if you mark attendance, you can leave the lecture.